Hello and welcome to another episode of Shi-an's Jedi Consular playthrough. I'm Slicka, and let's get to it.
Bemerati Ivo, Semper Finst Jun, Omnesan, Dumo Ganyor Nard.
Thank you for coming on short notice. I'm Senator Venara Kale. Forgive my abruptness, but time is a luxury I don't possess. As you may have heard, Coruscant is overwhelmed with refugees fleeing Imperial tyranny. Many have been here since the war. The refugees took over the Old Galactic Market sector, huddling in shops and warehouses that were abandoned during the sacking of Coruscant. They refused to leave.
Is the Republic doing anything to provide for these refugees?
Resources are scarce. There's only so much we can do. As so often happens when fear and poverty dominate, a criminal element has risen to take advantage of the situation. The Migrant Merchants Guild began as a political advocacy group for refugees. Over the years, it transformed into a ruthless and murderous criminal syndicate.
Do the gangsters have a power structure? A leader?
It's a consortium of powerful crime lords. When one falls, another takes his place. It makes them difficult to defeat. The Migrant Merchants Guild has grown increasingly hostile and violent. Their criminal enforcers have acquired military-grade weaponry. Earlier today, their thugs took to the streets. They attacked our security personnel, set fires, began rioting. We're facing an armed insurrection.
I've negotiated with hostile parties before. Put me in touch with these criminals. I'll do what I can.
Jedi are warriors as well as diplomats. If diplomacy fails, we must use force. For generations, the Old Galactic Market was Coruscant's central trade hub. Its importance isn't merely economic. It's a symbol of the Republic's freedom. The comm channels are jammed. We've lost contact with our security forces. I need your help ending this crisis. The criminals must not win.
If there's any way to settle this dispute without further violence, I'll find it.
Do not restrain yourself too much. These men are thieves and murderers. Do whatever you must to save innocent lives from that criminal filth. Find my security chief, Captain Winborn. He'll help. Good luck.
Alright, so let's ignore that for a minute. One thing that you guys may have forgotten since last episode focused on the Essilus and our playthrough for that is we're here on Coruscant to try and find a cure for Yuan Par's disease. She has an illness and she collapsed while we were still in the Jedi Temple, if you guys remember.
I failed. I'm sorry, I failed. Once there were two little boys. Their names were Parkanis and something. Why can't I remember?
It's going to be all right. I'm sure you'll remember eventually. Just relax.
But I have to remember. Padawan. I'm not mad. The man in the shadows is making me this way. He brings the darkness. It's coming.
I can't help you if you don't calm down.
Parkanis! Parkanis, where are you?
Yuan! Farron, please, see Yuan back to her room. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm Attros Finn, the researcher here. We must get to work finding a cure.
I stand ready to help.
The problem is that the greatest collection of learning in the galaxy, the Jedi Temple here on Coruscant, has lain in ruins since the war. I believe the answer to curing Yuan is in the archives of the Temple ruins, but accessing them won't be easy.
If it will help you on, I'll get us the information.
The Temple's artificers created a system to sort through the vast stores of knowledge. A set of 3 holocrons that served as guides. The wisdom and personalities of the Order's greatest masters were imprinted on these guides, which they called Noetikons.
These Noetikons formed a sort of virtual Jedi Council?
That's exactly it. And I need your help to recover them. The Temple ruins were looted. The Noetikons were taken. I have a lead on one of them, but it's not in friendly hands. Republic security spotted some Gand scavengers carrying a Noetikon in the Migrant Merchants Guild. The Republic brought one of the Gand in for questioning, but he won't talk.
Being taken in by security must be quite intimidating. Maybe he'll speak to a Jedi.
The Republic officer you want is Alec Efron. He's at the security outpost with the Gand right now. And I'm working on a lead for the second Noetikon. I should have something by the time you get back. Good luck.
So as you just saw there, Yuan is not well. She's insane, whether she wants to admit it or not. So basically on Coruscant, you've heard about these Noetikons now, after speaking to that Jedi, and the bottom line pretty much is it's no different than Tython, how we were chasing after a hologram or whatever. Now we're going after these Noetikons. It's basically the same thing. That's pretty much every single quest. We'll have to go after about 3 of them. Spoiler, so to speak, is that there's about 3 Jedi Masters in each Noetikon. For those who ever played stuff like Knights of the Old Republic, you actually do see some of the former Masters in there, such as Master Vandar and eventually Master Bastila Shi-an. So it can be quite nostalgic for someone who played those games and experienced those Jedi Masters in those games. So now we're going to take a trip to the Old Galactic Market.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
It's a small little zone. There's a lot of bonus quests. I found on Coruscant, bonus quests were a major factor into trying to get experience points. For example, just to use Droman Koss, if you had a bonus quest, it was like kill 10, 15 guys. Bonus quests on Coruscant are more stages where it's like, okay, kill 30 guys, now I gotta kill 45 guys, now I gotta kill a named ad. It's kind of annoying, but yeah. So as you can see back there, that's a world boss, SD0. We obviously won't be taking him on. I don't know if I ever will take him on for these guides. I might end up doing it for you guys to check it out. I know you guys did not see the world boss, do not think, for Droman Koss, so this is kind of a treat for you just to see him. We're not going to touch him, he's level 18.
Honorable Jedi, a moment please. I greet you on behalf of the great and noble Senator Dolly Bark. The Senator sent me as his representative, though he'd prefer to be here himself. He loves to walk among his people.
If your Senator wanted to be here, he'd be here.
Oh, he does. He stopped here on his way to the spaceport last year. He even waved at some of his admirers. Today, the Senator sent me to find brave and loyal citizens to help with a security crisis. It involves his work to restore the Republic to glory by re-establishing our technological superiority.
We must have wisdom, not just gadgetry.
Exactly. Senator Bark has the wisdom and perseverance to lead us all into the future. Recently, the Senator arranged to acquire a shipment of computer chips, advanced hardware that could create whole new industries for the Republic. Unfortunately, the shipment was hijacked by the Migrant Merchants Guild. Now, Republic security is afraid to take on the Guild's thugs.
You're looking for outside help.
Exactly. The Senator says this issue is really over security's head anyways. Recovering the shipment of chips from the Guild would be a great service to Senator Bark and the Republic.
The Force guided me to you for a reason.
The Senator will be ecstatic to learn that a Jedi is assisting. To find out where the Guild has hidden the Senator's shipment, you'll have to speak with Security Captain Denel Zahn. He ran the investigation. Then return the shipment to Senator Bark's office in the Senate Tower. I'm sure he'll want to thank you personally.
I'm desperate, Mal.
I wish I could help, Nick. I really do, but I can't spare the manpower.
Is this what the Republic has been reduced to? Indifference to the suffering of aliens?
My species hasn't affected the way I've been treated.
Maybe that's because you're human enough, or rich enough, or special enough. For us, there is no justice. We are ruled over by gangsters who call themselves the Migrant Merchants Guild. While Republic security...
Nick, none of you should be living here. We can't guarantee your safety. You know that.
Our homes were buried under rubble during the war. Not our fault the businessmen here are all crooks.
I understand things are difficult, but getting excited won't help.
Excited? This isn't some minor inconvenience. The Republic considers us squatters and wants us out. The Migrant Merchants Guild claims to protect us, but all they do is exploit us. Now, the Guild has kidnapped my mate Rhea and put her to work as an entertainer. Rhea! Forced to dance for the pleasure of scoundrels.
You should have mentioned that earlier. Is kidnapping common?
The Guild does whatever it wishes. They are worse than Hutts. Given Republic Security's apathy, what is an honest merchant to do?
Oh, for goodness sake, Nick, give it a rest.
There's no telling what humiliations and depravities Rhea's been forced to endure. My beloved is worth a great deal to me. Bring her back and I'll reward you handsomely.
Consider it done.
Thank the ancestors. I cannot express what this means to me. Rhea is being held with the other dancers in the guild headquarters. She's a beautiful Nautilin with lovely green head tresses. I'm sure you'll know her.
So we're just collecting a few quests that will be in this area. This area is kind of big, where it could take us a good hour just to complete, especially because I will complete all the bonus quests.
Jedi, welcome. Welcome to the Old Galactic Market, sir. I'm sorry, I never met a real Jedi up close.
With respect, I'm here about your prisoner.
This is the Gand we brought in. He was talking about that Jedi holocron you're all looking for, but he's not exactly talkative.
You will tell me about the holocron. Who is this Lars Badig? Just tell me where it is now. You have my gratitude.
I'll bet the signals have something to do with the Gand hierarchy. Throw up the right one and you'll get their leader.
In accordance with Security Force Regulation 1195, conversations with non-security personnel are to be kept to a minimum. Let's make this quick. I'm Captain Denel Zahn. Senator Bark's page ordered me to give you information regarding the Senator's stolen goods.
Where can I find the shipment?
Look, I don't work for him. If you want that information, we're gonna have to come to an understanding. Did the Senator's crony tell you where the shipment came from, or what these computer chips are for?
Now that you mention it, he didn't explain anything about the chips.
I'm not surprised. These political types like to gloss over details. The chips are from planet Ryloth. They're designed to operate remote control slave collars. Under Republic Law 4412, Rylothian slave collars and the chips used to make them are illegal in Republic space, even for senators.
Slavery is an abomination to the Force.
The fact is, possession of those chips is against the law. Our immediate problem is that these slave collar chips are spread around the Migrant Merchants Guild headquarters. First priority is get the shipment together again. After that, bring the chips back to me and I'll make sure they're destroyed.
That sounds like the right thing to do.
It's the only thing to do. Find the chips and get out of the guild warehouse. Once you've got everything, I suggest you let us deal with the shipment, not the senator.
Cut power to the whole blasted planet if you have to. We can't let those crazies take over the network.
Captain Windham, Senator Kale said you need backup. What's the situation?
We're getting cut to pieces down here. We're not trained to fight an army of killers. These gangsters are smart, organized, clearly trained off-world. They'll kill thousands. Might even destroy the Senate Tower.
Pull your men back, Captain. Let me handle the criminals.
It's not that simple. They came here with a plan. The gangsters brought slicers to access every network node in the sector. They're trying to take over the automated speeder flight paths. They'll cause thousands of mid-air collisions. It'll rain debris on the Senate Tower like a meteor storm. No telling how many will die.
Send a man to warn the senators. They need to find shelter.
I sent word right before you got here, but there isn't enough time to save everyone. We have to stop this here. The gangsters have armed patrols guarding the network access points. We need to push them back and manually lock down the terminals. Get enough terminals, we might just pull this off. My men will back you up. Good luck in there.
Alright, now that we're completely done collecting all the quests, we'll spend a while just completing them. I really enjoyed using Force Persuade on that Gand. It's one of my favorite things to do on quests is just use Force Persuade as a Jedi. I love doing it in Knights of the Republic, and I love doing it in Knights of the Republic too. Just made everything so much easier. The Jedi Consular specifically, you actually get a companion who hates it when you do that. Just completely hates it. He'd rather you work out the problem like a normal person. So we're going to do a lot of killing in this area. And killing all these guild members is actually part of a bonus quest. A massive staged one. It looks like while we're here we're going to be collecting slave chips. We're going to be fixing these repair terminals. And of course we're going to be trying to search for that Noetikon. Looking at that Gand, it's kind of funny because if you ever played Knights of the Republic 2, it's the first time I ever saw a Gand. Gand were probably like midgets, is the best way I can put it. They're like 3 foot tall compared to your character. I remember fighting like 100 of them when you ran into the Jek Tar on Nar Shaddaa. With all the cyanogen gas and all that. Doing it, playing Star Wars Knights, or Star Wars The Old Republic, sorry. They made Gand the same size as you, and there's actually a Gand companion for one of the Republic classes that you won't see for quite a while. It's kind of a spoiler that someone gets again, but you don't get him until Hoth, and that's the end of Act 2. That class that gets him. So I don't know if you want to consider this lucky or unlucky, but normally when you come through here, you actually find like a good 10-20 people running through here killing everything, because everyone wants the bonus quest done. Everyone has to do their class story. It's the first area you go to on Coruscant, so it only takes you probably about 3 hours to get through watching everything on your origin planet. So killing everything here may be an advantage to us, it may not. Depends how you look at it. I look at it as more experience, and on top of that I can get this bonus quest done faster, as there's kind of 2 bonus quests in this area. One out here in this area you see, and then one inside. We're going after another different bonus quest. Pretty interesting indeed. So it seems like where our Noetikon most likely will be is at the very back of this area. We're in the current area where you typically find the slave ships. We may as well probably go save that girl who was supposedly kidnapped. Yes, supposedly, that's kind of a spoiler. Because I know for a fact she just left him. I mean, it might have been obvious because the guy seemed kind of clingy when you first met him. I mean, like the security officer said, you're not even supposed to be living down here, man. What are you doing? This isn't our jurisdiction, so, you know, stuff's going on.
I'm here to see a friend of mine, Ria Delarue.
Thank you for considering Hanera's dance troupe for your entertainment needs. How may I please you this day?
I'm here to rescue you.
What? Did Nick talk to you? Blast it, I knew he'd try something like this. I'm afraid you've wasted your time. I'm not here against my will.
Nick said you were brought here by the Guild.
I'm sorry, I should have told Nick the truth. I was just hoping to spare his feelings. Life with him was miserable. Not only were we barely scraping by, but I was fed up. His jealousy was driving me crazy. He didn't want me talking to anyone or going out. Life here is... it's better.
Your mate probably needs to hear this.
I know, I should have realized he would never just let me go. Could you please tell Nick I was shipped off Coruscant? If he thinks I'm gone, he might move on.
Stay here. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you. I appreciate your help. I hope you'll come back and see me under less formal circumstances.
Alright, so we're gonna head over to our next destination for our class story. Summon this leader, try and get our Noetikon back and see if we can cure you on par. I already spoiled that there's like 3 of them, which should be obvious. Like, no offense to all you guys, but if we got it back immediately and it cured her immediately, what could they possibly throw on to Coruscant? At any rate, so that's what we're gonna end up doing, is trying to get into our class zone, do what we gotta do here. Then we'll come back out and finish our stuff dealing with the slave chips, the other stuff that it seems we have going on, like the bonus quest. That's another one.
I think I understand how this works. Lars Barrick is a criminal. He stole the holocron from the Jedi. If I promise to help stop this injustice, will you give me the holocron? You're stuck behind this barricade. You can only gain by trusting me. You have my gratitude.
The fractal structure requires that it be removed from...
With all respect, Master Arca, you are incorrect. The structure only appears fractal. If you view it through the lens of the Force, you...
I don't suppose either of you is going to move past your petty geometrical squabble long enough to notice we have a visitor.
Sorry to disturb such illustrious masters, but I am in need of information.
No need to apologize, Jedi. They have a tendency to get carried away. The last person to use the Noetikon got so tired of hearing these two yammer, he shut us down. It was a mercy.
Wait, Master Thoris. Where is the Jedi Temple? We seem to have been moved.
I'll explain later. For now, I need information on an illness that is affecting my master.
How terrible. Come, tell us her symptoms. Perhaps we can help.
So, she claims the darkness is coming, and talks of someone called Parkanus, and her mind is most affected.
I'm afraid we've plied our extensive knowledge of biological, chemical, and technological diseases, but this illness is beyond us.
So there may be no cure.
Sometimes knowledge comes through ruling out false ideas.
For once, Master Vandar and I agree. Yuan's illness is definitely not medical, but we have accessed files that bear cross-checking.
If you can find the Noetikon of Light, where Masters Noab, Nomi, and Woe guard the Jedi Order's mystical knowledge, they may be able to help.
You have my gratitude.
I'm sorry we couldn't have been of more help, but it's difficult without the other parts of the Noetikon.
Find the Noetikon of Light, and seek your answer there. May the Force be with you. And remember, if you seek answers, you must always ask questions.
Alright, so it seems we met 3 illustrious Jedi Masters, which are now virtual intelligences, interfaces. It's an interesting idea what this Noetikon is. It's like they're dead, but they lived on. Similar to, I guess, Rajavar's hologram, or holocrons. Same idea. But for the most part, so they don't know what's wrong with Yuan whatsoever. I mean, she's kind of mentally sick. She keeps bringing up a man named Parkanus. And for the most part, they're telling me to seek out another Noetikon, which is the Noetikon of Light. Now, Attros Finn, he might be able to tell me where this Noetikon of Light is. Maybe that's the second lead he has on the Noetikons. So the goal will be to collect them all. Hopefully if we collect all 3, all 9 Jedi Masters will be able to come up with the cure for what's plaguing Yuan. A cure is probably a generous word to use in this case, because she's not exactly sick, like medically, as they said. It's almost more like she's hearing voices and talking to them herself. So let's keep going. We're we're finishing up our quests here. We'll finish up our quests in the Old Galactic Market, call it an episode when we finish them all here for the most part. And then I guess the next part, which is kind of a spoiler only because I know which the next part is on any Republic character, where they're heading to next, is Black Sun's territory. Will it be for that next Noetikon? Who knows? Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. So as you can see, Coruscant's a big place. They did a very good job building up Coruscant for what it is. Like, it's a big planet, but I enjoyed the way they built it up, put all the towers in. It's a beautiful planet. I mean, that had to be difficult to bring into the game life. Just like I'm sure it was difficult to put into the movie. So we have a lot more still to kill. I mean, we still have a good 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes in this episode. I would like to just go and kill everything before we turn everything in. Just turn everything in, it'll take like 5 minutes, and I mean, killing stuff and getting experience and all that. It's a good thing to do. To level ourselves up, as we will need the levels when we reach other planets like Terrace, which I have explained in the other playthroughs, like the Imperial Agent, that instead of going to Balmora, the Republic players go to Terrace, and Narshta, Tatooine, Alderaan. Everyone goes there in Act 1. So you will get to see what I'm currently experiencing in certain So, finally we've made the long trek outside just so we can finish the bonus quest out here. But once done, we can turn all these in, head back, turn all our other quests in. There will be one new quest, just to let you guys know. It ends up showing up as we make our way back. For whatever reason why it shows up, I'm not exactly sure. It just does. Outside the cantina where we go beat up some criminal, like kick the crap out of some security agent. That won't take long because you can use force persuade on it and don't have to kick the crap out of him if you don't want to. But at any rate, so that's how we're gonna finish off this episode. That's at least what I have planned. If there's anything else, I don't know what's gonna happen. But take into account that Coruscant's so big, they will be longer episodes than a lot of other planets. To use an example, you guys saw my Balmora playthrough videos with my Imperial Agent. It took me like half an hour to get through some of the areas. On Coruscant, an hour is probably going to be the average. And I think I have one video that I have yet to edit yet. That's an episode or two ahead that actually pushes almost an hour and a half. I'm going to see if I can push it down a bit more. But that could end up being what happens. I apologize, we just had some technical difficulties as I was making my way back to the quest givers. It seems like the server went offline momentarily for like 20 minutes, so fortunately we weren't in the middle of anything important, but that is why you saw it jump in the video.
My man can't believe you took on all those gangsters and lived. You're a blasted hero, you know that? With the network terminals locked down, the speeder traffic is secure. Now, all that's left is pushing out those gangsters for good.
There was some kind of encrypted message on the network. Looks like a recording.
Let me see that. It's an old Migrant Merchants Guild code. I think I can decrypt it. Here we go.
You accepted our friendship, Senator Kale, and credits. It's time you paid us back. All we want are the housing projects you promised our people now.
Your people will have to wait their turn like everyone else. I owe you nothing. If you continue pushing me, I'll destroy you all.
Senator Kale and the Migrant Merchants Guild are at war? That's what this was all about?
Your extortion attempt has failed. My people are pushing back your little army as we speak. It's over.
Nobody breaks a deal with us, Senator. We'll have what we want one way or another.
This is way above my pay grade. I'm not destroying the reputation of Coruscant's most popular politician. Take the recording. I don't want it.
I will speak to her.
She'll have a good explanation. She has to. Senator Kale has done great things for Coruscant. She's a good woman. Give her a chance. My men and I will stay down here. You should go back to the Senate Tower.
Look what the Wampa dragged in. I was beginning to wonder if I'd see you again. Did you get the shipment of slave collar chips?
Take these chips and destroy them, Captain.
Oh, I will. Senator Park will be disappointed, but the law is the law, even for senators. I know he probably offered more, but I can at least give you the standard rate for your work.
I'm just glad we found them before Senator Bark did.
I'm with you on that. To be honest, I can't think of a more detestable technology. I've got a lot of data work to do now. We don't want the Senator finding any fault with the way this was handled, but you've got my thanks.
You're back! Did you find Rhea? What happened?
She doesn't want to see you anymore, Nick.
What are you saying? This can't be. Someone must be coercing her.
No one is coercing her. She made her choice, and you have to accept that.
My Rhea, my beautiful beloved, why did the ancestors punish me so? I suppose we should settle up. Despite the fact that you failed to bring my beloved back. This is yours.
I'm sorry things did not go quite as you envisioned.
I must take heart. At least you tried. Thank you and farewell.
It's an honor, Master Jedi. I apologize in advance if I throw up on you. Officer Anstis. Nice to... ouch. Meet you. Apparently I've got enemies back at HQ. Got the unenviable task of arresting Gambo, Black Sun enforcer with a string of murders to his name. I've gone inside the dealer's den half a dozen times to confront him, and he's beaten me within a centimeter of my life each time.
Perhaps you should try talking to Gambo instead.
Gambo doesn't talk, except with his fists. I call for backup, but frankly, Gambo could tear through that whole cantina if he had a mind to. He needs to be talked down or knocked out if I'm gonna arrest him. I'm no match, but you might have a shot.
I'll go talk to Gambo. You should get to a med center.
I won't leave my post. I can't take Gambo, but I can keep tabs on him. No one sees Gambo without going through Zuki, his lookout. If you're lucky, Gambo might give you a few words before he starts swinging. Use them wisely.
I need to talk to Gambo.
Tula musta, wo granitampio, tu poshiwompa. Gilis ka chanagawa ni chika kospa ini kokate.
I can handle Gambo. He won't hurt you.
Gino hagwa bontagu, chubalong haku. Tong mi cha kolkata maji, taus azalas ulval.
Ni kakusa topo, mi chuba!
You don't want to fight me. You want to turn yourself in.
Jopel mi, akitai tima mikuna.
Hagwa boska ponyo, boska.
Don't know what you said, but I almost died of shock when Gambo turned himself in. We're not taking any chances. There's a whole squad escorting him back to headquarters. I should call a medic before I pass out. Thanks for the help.
Eruele flana garo, isabor jesem se vaxa inatro, mbome finadre.
That will be all, Minister. Dismissed. Captain Winborn contacted me. You thwarted an attack that would have killed thousands. You have my gratitude. Unfortunately, you also have a holo recording I would like destroyed. Its contents will only cause harm.
Do you know how many lives have been lost because of your deception, Senator?
I thought the only life I risked was my own. I expected assassination attempts, not war. My opponent in the elections was a vile man. Lazy, stupid, and corrupt. He wasn't interested in building, only taking. I had to win. But I didn't possess as much wealth as he did. When those gangsters approached me, I accepted their donation. And I'd do it again.
Do you hear yourself? After everything that's happened, you still won't admit to being wrong.
I'm not wrong. If you'd witnessed the suffering on this world, the poverty and despair, you'd know that. I stole from those criminals to rebuild Coruscant for its people. Set things right. I'll bring the Migrant Merchants Guild to justice. You hold the power to ensure my success. Let me finish healing this world. Please, destroy that recording.
If you really love the people of Coruscant, you'll admit what you've done. Let them decide whether or not to forgive you.
You think I'm dishonest? I'm just a realist. But there's no point arguing it with you. I won't force you to go public. I'll call an emergency meeting in the Senate. Tell them the truth. Let them decide.
Coruscant will be rebuilt with or without you. I promise to help finish what you've started.
Perhaps you should run for office. I'll see to it you're properly recognized for your heroism in the Old Galactic Market. Farewell.
Good, you're back. Did you find it? The first Noetikon?
I talked to the Noetikons' masters. They had advice, but no definitive cure.
You actually spoke to them? Amazing. At least we're on the right track. I have a solid lead on the second Noetikon. Unfortunately, it's in Black Sun territory. They're a local gang. Pretty vicious.
Yuan needs those Noetikons to help her. Tell me where to go.
Jiskoliska changnanga. Umpa kumchinga. Kavatuda omishka kaba no tesma wetia?
This matter bears investigation.
Tuana uba kili wata pongkidanko padogalola.
Alright, first and foremost, as I end this episode, I would like to apologize for the lack of audio content. My microphone screwed up and I had to delete all the audio for this episode, so I had to kind of do it from scratch, which doesn't really help because it's hard to come up with stuff when I'm running around just doing bonus quests. Alright, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Keep on checking back for more video updates, and good luck.